For example, let's say you as a couple like you kiss so every day, but for us we don't. We have a chance of
you have a chance of living longer.
5 years.
Exactly.
5 years.
So
exactly. More than us.
Exactly. So you can reach 100.
Imagine.
So maybe I can just ask.
Yes.
Kissing doesn't have to be followed by twatwa. You can just be kissing.
Kissing only, the benefit of, because there are benefits of sex.
Because
now we are only talking now about the benefit of kissing. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And there are so many there about.
But also if it follows with the twatwa, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with that?
This is Naked and Not Ashamed Show.
If you are addicted to masturbation, just
Put a seed on the ground.
It's a beautiful day and I'm super excited for this show. The only show in the world that is tackling family issues as they are. Naked and not ashamed. Welcome to our show. If you are a new member on our show, kindly remember to subscribe. And if you have those burning questions, don't hesitate to bring them through the comment section. Stay tuned and continue to support. May God bless your families. We have a lot of resource today on our show, and I'll give my husband also time to introduce the show.
Wow. You're highly welcome. Marriage is a mystery. That's what they say. No one understands what marriage is. That's why even professors fail in marriages, pastors fail, bishops fail. But now we have so many questions without answers in marriages that we want to tackle some of them today. So each and every Tuesday we'll be talking about questions and answer sessions. So you are there and you have questions about marriages, intimacy, relationship, just be posting for us. On Tuesdays, meet us here every Tuesday for question and answer sessions. On Fridays, we'll be having other shows that are tackling different topics. So today, we are going to be throwing very tough questions, just naked as there without covering anything. So today we have the twatwa couple. Karibuni sana.
Thank you, Salanos.
Yeah.
It's such a blessing being here today. Our viewers, this is about question and answers. Everything you have wanted to ask about relationship, marriage, parenting, health. This panel here can answer and talk about anything.
Exactly.
We are here for you, this Mr. and Mrs. Monene, aka Twatwa couple.
Yes.
We love you.
Wow, thank you so much, Pastor Monene and Salanos. We are so glad to have you, in our show and also listening to us. And I want to say that the questions that we are going to be tackling today will actually answer so many questions. And as Salano has said, feel free to air your question. We are here to make sure we research, we get to know the right, correct answer, and so that you can be helped, because our purpose of coming is to help you so that your relationship, your marriage can be able to stand well. Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here.
Wow.
Yes.
And to our first question, without wasting time.
Yes.
Because I have many questions I've written down from different people and also from couples and also those who are just dating. They want to know so many things about marriages and so.
Yes.
So the first question is, someone is saying that when they got married, they used to twatwa every day.
Yes.
It was fireworks.
Yes.
Twatwa. But now ikafika mahali, it's like the frequency began reducing and now there is no sex at all. In fact, there are only 5 years in marriage and everybody has their own bedroom. So wanauliza, okay, from what I may ask, what's the cause of this death of sex in marriage and how can you bring it back to life?
Wow. I would want to begin by explaining something that probably we need to know about relationship, that men have 3 wombs and women have 4 wombs.
Yes.
The man has the intellectual womb, the emotional womb, and the spiritual womb.
Wow.
A woman has the same. You have the intellectual womb, the emotional womb, and the spiritual womb.
Yes.
The physical womb is what carries the baby.
Yeah.
So a woman has 4 wombs. You get that?
Yeah.
And what keeps marriage per se is more of the emotional womb assisted by the spiritual womb.
Emotional womb and spiritual womb
Yes.
keeps the marriage.
It keeps the marriage. And so every day of your life, there is something you are supposed to do to the emotional womb so that you can remain connected. For example, the first time when you saw your wife, your husband, they addressed the emotional womb first, before they could know your spiritual womb, before they could know your intellectual womb, before they could know whether you can be able to carry a baby. So the first time when you met, for you to be able to carry on in courtship and then later on in marriage, the first womb that connected was the emotional womb. And so in this emotional womb, there are things that you must do as a couple so that this emotional womb remains healthy and so that your marriage and your relationship continues to be healthy. And these are things that we have to be taught. These are not things that comes automatically. You have actually to be taught, just like the way we are learning here. And so the emotional womb is very key, because that's where your feelings are. You know, the feelings of one another, you know, the love, that connection comes from the emotional womb. And in this emotional womb, what we are going to tell you, you'll be amazed. It's not something, Salanos, that we need to go and buy from the supermarket or go to the hardware. These things are embedded in us. They are within us. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I would say a few, then Pastor Munene can also add a few. Number one, every day, if a couple want to remain connected and make sure that they have a good sex, you know, a good toa. In fact, sex is the last thing after you have done all these things. And they're about 9 or 8.
It's a bonus.
Yes, it's a bonus. So number one, every couple must be very intentional to make sure that you spend 15 to 20 minutes every day, no matter how busy you are. You put your phone on silent mode and you just look at each other eye to eye.
You look at each other eye to eye.
And you're not saying anything.
Just to
Not saying anything.
Not saying anything.
You
Just
don't
looking
even
at admiring.
You don't even
You
ask.
admire. No, you just admire. You look.
don't even ask how
No.
was your day.
You connect at the eye level.
Munaangaliana tu.
Munangaliana too. Just eye. You know, you can do this, but you're making sure you are looking at each other. Why? The Bible says in the book of Matthew 6:22 that the lamp of the body is the eye. And if your eye is right, is correct, then the whole body is full of light. So that eye connection is very important. Remember, for you to marry your wife barely, you looked her at the eye and you steadfast stayed on her until you are convinced this is my wife. There's something about the eye. That's one of the contribution to the emotional womb that makes you stay connected. Number two thing, you must learn to hug. Hugging 7 to 11 minutes every day.
Wow.
So
When was the last
if
time?
today I have to do that. Yeah, she can't lie. I just write before the show. So you mean those small?
Was it 7 to 11 minutes?
No, but
It was
I
2
thought
seconds,
you said when we add them at the end of the day, should add up to 11 minutes. So I have like 10 minutes remaining. I'll be doing by then.
Wow.
So you hug
Yes.
7
To 11 minutes until you feel you connect, because anytime you hug, there is a hormone that is produced by the brain called oxytocin. That hormone is what enhances the bonding part of a husband and a wife. And that hormone can never be produced by your brain until you hug, skin to skin. You know, you touch one another, and as you are hugging, you are patting each other from the back. Until you feel the penis has erected and she feels horny. Apana.
So actually, people should hug naked.
Thank you. You can hug naked. You can hug when you are having clothes. The only thing is you must hear the heartbeat of your partner.
Yes.
You feel you must until you feel connect.
Sio unahaga unapiga.
Sio hivi vile tunafanyanga kanisani.
Who makes that?
No.
Have I said anything about you? You know, I can't feel your heartbeat when you are talking. So it's just come and remain silent. Someone
So
is
you have to
giving-
remain silent.
You have to be
Remain silent to receive.
To receive the hug.
from the other. And by so doing, your bodies are communicating, your mind communicates at that level. And so these hormones cannot be produced if you're not hugging. And because we don't know the importance of hugging, most of the times we don't do it. And we're going to have that topic. Actually talk about benefits of hugging and benefits of kissing. We will have all those things. They are very, very important. So hugging between 7 until you feel that warmth, you know, and you have just entered in and you just hug and hug and hug until you feel satisfied. That emotional womb needs that on a daily basis.
Wow.
You know, the third thing I would also mention is the kissing.
Yeah.
The kissing aspect.
Exactly.
Pastor Monene, you look like you want to contribute something on kissing.
Actually, let's talk about that kissing because I love it. Yeah, couples should endeavor to kiss daily, and they say at least for some 10 minutes to 15 minutes.
Yes, you kiss
per day.
Per day.
You know? And there's something that happens when you kiss your
wife and your husband.
Exactly. Because you know you are connecting emotionally.
Wonderful.
You are expressing love.
Wow.
And many people have got a problem with kissing. When
we were not taught, people were not taught.
Exactly. Like us, when we got married, I remember we never knew how to do kissing.
We didn't know.
You know, it was a big problem.
Yes.
We had not done it before. Do you want to say how we?
We were taught by a couple.
Yes.
Like you, Yes. We went and told them that we really love to kiss, but it seems like there's something we are not getting, because during our time there were no Facebook, there was no YouTube that you could go and learn. You know, we only had magazines and books, and sometimes you give someone and then that book disappears. And so we just became vulnerable when we told them, how do you kiss? They said yes. And then we told them, would you mind showing us how to kiss? So a couple was kissing as we are kissing.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Practical.
You were actually very serious about your marriage.
Exactly.
Yes.
And some people also, they complain that, you know, the reason why I am not kissing my wife is because they are smelling. Because of, you know, bad breath.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a solution to answer that.
Yeah, there's a solution to that, and it's very important, and that's what us we do. Sometimes when you brush your teeth with this normal, you know, toothpaste, you still find your partner is still smelling like a bad kafane breath. So what you do, you use natural things. So number one, you take a container, an empty container, you put coconut oil, the one that looks whitish, the one which is very clear. When it melts, it's clear. You put coconut oil, like 2 to 3 spoons, because you want to make just a little. You can for 2 weeks. Then again you make. So you put the coconut oil in that container, bicarbonate soda. You can put like 2 tablespoons, and then you can put, you know, sea salt or Himalaya salt. It works very well. Then that mixture is what you use as your toothpaste.
So do you do the normal toothpaste? And then
because it will not help you.
You don't need to use that now.
You don't need to use that because even when you use it, you find you're still smelling. So you take it with your toothbrush and you brush your teeth very well, and mostly you concentrate with the tongue. Then after that, you can scoop a little, put in the mouth, then swish. Swish, you know, like, you know, rings, you gargle. Then you spit, you don't swallow, you spit. It makes you have a very good breath. And it makes sure all the microbes that are really bringing that sulfur smell, they are eliminated and eradicated completely. So that now kissing becomes easy for both of you. And you see, those are things that have no side effect. They are natural things that we use on a daily basis. So some, as Pastor Munene is saying, most of the couples you find the last time they kissed was during the day of the wedding, when they were told kiss your bride.
Which is very unfortunate. And it's like, Mom, there is also a situation, and it was trying to open up to me. She was telling me that she has this kind of smell, comes from the armpit.
Wow.
I don't know whether it is postpartum or it's just natural body odor.
She said after delivery.
After delivery, she usually gets such. So you find that such like can hinder things like hugging.
Yes.
Because if you hug me today and you get such a puffy smell, tomorrow the husband won't want to get close.
Yes.
So maybe you can also encourage them or say something on that.
Wow, that's very powerful. What you can do, number one, you'll be amazed. Do you know what you need to use?
No, ma'am.
Lemon.
Lemon.
You stop using lemon. Ndimu. You stop using the deodorants, the ones that we apply on that. Because some of them, they have parabens, they are carcinogenic, they can cause cancer of the skin. So you just use lemon. Lemon is very powerful. And then you shower just the way you shower normally. Then now when you are now dressing up, you take some lemon juice, combine it with a little bit of bicarbonate soda, then apply it on your armpit.
Wow.
It just clears. Then inside you can, early in the morning, you can also take lemon water together with apple cider vinegar with the mother. You take that like 10 mils, you mix together with water, you take it. It's able to clean the liver and make now your blood also, whatever the sweat that is coming out, it is not whatever. So some of these things, it could be also because of eating so much sugars, food, junk food, sugary food. So they should, that person,
she's a junkie. She loves, she's big on junk.
Yes.
And fries and such.
Yes, even sugar can also give you too much excess sugar can give your sweat smell. You smell not very, even when you have showered. So lemon can become your deodorant. Just lemon unaikata, unaitumia 3 days, unaitupa. Ukikata
Just
one
one.
piece, just one piece, hiyo piece, ukikata into halves, you can apply it today, apply it tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. Ukiona kama inataka kuharibika, kama hujaiweka kwa fridge, you can tupa, use the other piece. So you can use lemon and it has no side effect to your body.
Did you know it has been proved scientifically? Actually, there are about 4 things,
4 benefits
of kissing that has been proved scientifically that they are true. Number 1, this all men should hear this, that kissing reduces car accidents.
How?
It creates alertness in the brain or something like that.
You are more alert, you are more sober, you have got more clarity.
Clarity of vision,
and also,
clarity of mind.
Yes.
And also the faculty that is in your brain that deals with sober judgment on the road is connected. It's directly connected with the kissing. You get that part that makes judgment on the road is connected with the kiss. So when you kiss, it is like it clears off. You are able to be very what did I say? You are able to be on you have proper sense of direction.
Exactly.
You have proper sense of direction on the road. So as Pastor Monene is saying, it's scientifically proven that it reduces car accidents. So these car accidents you see in Kenya and other countries, it's because of a couple that never kissed, and it's not something.
People.
Imagine stressed people, and that faculty has not been aroused, has not been made alert. So it has a direct connection. Kissing has a direct connection with that faculty that makes sober judgment on the road. So it's very true.
So are you there and you are saying you don't understand how your husbands drive? Give him a kiss.
Yes.
You know?
A deep kiss.
A deep kiss.
In
the morning before going.
Yes.
Maybe he
Good. Thank you. Ebu sema hiyo. Thank you.
Simple.
Exactly.
Wow.
Very much.
So you said one.
Scientifically proven. Number 2, it has also been proven that kissing increases your income between 20
to 30% within a couple.
Income.
Yes, income. Why?
So some of us, not some of us. I will be a millionaire by now.
Can you see?
Imagine, that's very true, because the more you kiss, the more you agree, your mind comes together and you're able to agree in so many matters. You find what the word of God says in Amos 3:3, that 2 cannot walk together unless they agree. So depending with the financial decisions that you are making as a family, kissing helps you to agree very fast. So at the end of the day, all the efforts, all the focus, both of you are focusing on one thing at a time. Unlike couples that don't kiss, everyone has their own way of venturing and getting money. Really, when you have couples doing a certain thing together, it's like the husband is in it, the wife is not in it, or the wife is in it, the husband is not in it. Through kissing, scientifically proven, it has increased income 20 to 30% because of that unity, that harmony, and that oneness, putting your energies together. So at the end of the day, as the word of God says, a two cord is stronger than than a one cord.
Actually, there's a verse that says, that should be Psalms 133, that where there is unity, there are two things that happen. God commands blessing and life forevermore. That brings me now to the third benefit of kissing. That it has been proven that couples that practice kissing most of the time,
on a daily basis, even not most of the time, on a daily basis,
exactly, they have got longer lifespan.
Yeah, with actually 5 years.
Exactly.
Like say, for example, let's say you as a couple like you kiss so every day, but for us we don't. We have a chance of
you have a chance of living longer.
5 years.
Exactly.
5 years.
So
More than us.
Exactly. So you can reach 100.
Imagine.
So maybe I can just ask.
Yes.
Kissing doesn't have to be followed by twatwa. You can just be kissing.
That is only kissing only. The benefit of, because there are benefits of sex.
Because
now we are only talking now about the benefit of kissing. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And there are so many there about.
But also if it follows with the twatwa, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with that?
But let me tell you, Salano, I agree with Ben. Most of the times we women, actually we love more kissing more than the
hugging.
Act. We love
and
those.
Hugging.
It's like foreplay.
So,
It's like it gives us more satisfaction more than sex.
Yeah.
But you see, for you, sex is more physical.
More
it's more
appealing.
satisfying to you and more appealing to you. So I agree with her. If I were asked, me, I would prefer more of kissing, more of hugging, more than more of sex.
So we kiss,
So my
we hug, and then I go away.
has been wondering.
Again we kiss, we hug, then I go away.
No.
How?
Recently,
Umewasha moto alafu nacho moto ina.
Unakisha moto lakini awekelei chakula kupika.
I think it's the psychology of men.
I think so.
They want to kiss and then end up with the toa.
maybe sometimes twatwa,
Which is even more
It
healthier.
doesn't have to be there. But I realize it's actually a good thing. You need to be available for your husband. I did not come to the show to say that twatwa is not important.
Yes.
I cannot underestimate the importance of twatwa in our families. Recently, my husband has been wondering what's wrong with this woman. He's a busy man, always on the laptop, producing this, that. So I always go to request him, honey, can I have a hug?
Wow.
And I just sit there, he hugs me. No, continue, just hug me. And then I go back.
Wow.
I go back to what I was doing. So I know he was wondering. So I've been the spirit.
you see-
How many minutes?
I've
I've
been adding. So far now we are at 46 minutes.
Yes.
So tulianza na kuangalia na macho nikarada 20, then ya kuhug. We're now at 46 minutes. I want to see how many times you need per day out of 24 hours. So
you see now the fourth benefit, which is again amazing, and this again is very, very, very important. It has been proven scientifically that kissing reduces your sickness by what percentage?
60%.
60%.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't.
Yeah, because you see why your mouth is a warehouse of so many bacteria and vice versa. So when you kiss, you exchange good bacteria that will help your partner and vice versa. So when you kiss, you exchange each other and your immunity becomes stronger. So some of these diseases can be eliminated in marriage among a married couple if they learned how to kiss often. But because we have not been taught the benefits of kissing, most of the times we keep them away. We're going to bring that topic. I know it has so many benefits. We should have now that topic of benefits of kissing, but we just thought of mentioning those four.
Because I also thought that kissing is for some people, while the people are not meant for kissing. Yani kuna mtu anasikia tu kissing is not his love language. Yet there are some people who kissing is their love language. So is it for everybody?
Every couple.
Everybody can kiss.
We are talking about the emotional that keeps a couple and a husband and a wife connected permanently to avoid separation, divorce, killing one another. You see, you can't kiss, you can't hug the way we are talking about. You kiss the way we have just kissed,
Then I kill.
and then you kill. It's not possible because emotional. Thank you. Because you are emotionally connected. This is what keeps you now emotionally connected. For the twatwa is the last reward.
Number 4 thing that is very important, to connect emotionally.
Yes.
And also have now good healthy twatwa. You need to learn how to share love among your children. Now that's very important.
Wow.
Very, very important.
Sharing love.
Sharing love.
Love with your children.
With your children.
The same love that you have as a husband and a wife.
Yeah.
Bring
You
your
involve
children.
your children.
Yes.
You
How
get
do I
it?
do that?
How do you do that? Very simple. And this very important.
Very important.
Every man, every woman, please get this. It will help you. For instance, I have my firstborn. I'll call him Wisdom. And when he comes to me, I tell him, I want to send you to mom. Go and tell your mother, I love her. She is the best woman in the world. I'm so happy that I married her. And tell her I want to spend the rest of the time with her.
What? Hey, that's mind blowing.
All right? So Wisdom, he learns to the mother and goes and tell her, Mommy, I've been sent by Dad to come and tell you he
That's
loves
powerful.
you. You are the best friend, in the whole world. And then, after mom receiving this report, Wisdom will not come back immediately. Now it is her turn to send Wisdom now to me.
Good.
Go
It's
and
so
tell
powerful.
Daddy. What you going to tell Daddy?
Yeah, go and tell Daddy.
Yes.
That is a very important person in this family. I honor him, I respect him, and I thank God that he came along my way. I don't know how life would have been without him. Go and tell him that I respect him and honor him. And more importantly, I'm so happy that I'm married to him. Then he runs, Dad, nae mama ameniambia. You get that? You keep sending the children to each other.
Positive energy around the house.
So by so doing, you don't know what you are doing psychologically to the children. You're telling them you're not just their
A
father.
husband and a wife.
You're not just a father and a mother to them. You're not just a husband and a wife to each other. You guys are lovers.
And
you
friends.
guys are friends. And what you do in the spiritual realm, you shower your house with love. They feel the environment. It's like you charge the whole house with love. Even they long also them in the future to have their own husbands and wives, and they will carry on the same thing they saw you doing. So you are
training them.
You are training them. That's how to train your children.
You are training them.
Thank
Because
you,
you
Dad.
train up a child
Yes.
the way
They should go. The way of love.
They
shall
are
never
old.
depart
They
from-
shall
Never
never
depart.
So Wisdom will know how to love the wife.
Thank you.
You know?
But he knew how to love the wife through
Yes,
the
the
father
father.
sending him to
Yes.
me. Joy will know to love the husband, and my sons will know how to love their wives because of the way they saw me treating their dad. Because remember we said children learn almost 90% by what they see and what they hear.
And
So
you always say, man can see.
see, man can do.
Wow.
So what they see is what they will practice.
It's so
Now,
Yeah.
I think this is mind blowing because if I look at the generations how things have been, like for our parents, I think love between them was a secret.
Yes.
And in fact, when
They
parents
did not
are
allow
there
us
with the
to see them
children,
in love.
they should try as much as possible not to
be
avoid
serious.
anything that is nearly serious. Wapi chakula? Oh, so that maybe you wanafanya kwa bedroom huko. Because the mentality is that if the kids know what we do, they will begin practicing it outside there.
No, it's a myth.
It's a myth.
Because-
And I think they need to learn this thing from us because at the end of the day, they'll do them, but where do they learn it from? From the
one
world.
friend.
Okay?
I tell you, Salanos, if there is something powerful, it is what Pastor Munene has just said.
I've just
That
I've
one,
seen
and you
that
see
just-
right now, our children are at home. Why don't you practice that? It doesn't cost you anything. At the end of the day, you make their emotions to also feel connected to the opposite sex, and at the same time, you're also training them that this house is a house of love, and they will know this is the normal life that should be lived by a husband and a wife. And even when the time comes for them to have their own families, they want to practice that which they saw.
This is Naked and Not Ashamed Show.